Welcome, class. It's a great day to start a new course, isn't it? This presentation is about me in 9 slides. It's a way for me to share with you my biography with a little technology. And this slide, of course, is the beginning. I was born in a little town called Brooklyn, which, as many of you know, is not really that little. Brooklyn is famous for a lot of things. Barbra Streisand, Neil Diamond, the Brooklyn Dodgers, the Brooklyn Nets, Jay-Z. I could go on. And it's also famous for me. My parents decided at a very young age that I was not going to be raised in this wild town, this wild city of Brooklyn. So they moved us out to the country, which is this way. It's directly east of Brooklyn. It's called Long Island. And if you know your geography, Long Island is part of New York. It just hangs off into the ocean. They moved us out to about 2 hours past Brooklyn to a little town called Shirley, which is right here. Shirley is not really famous for very much, other than a director, Frank Carisi. I don't know if anybody knows of him, but he's been involved with a few of the Adam Sandler films. I was raised in Shirley, and my roots definitely are there. I went to William Floyd Elementary School, William Floyd Junior High, and William Floyd High School. William Floyd, pictured right here, is one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. He was a farmer from Long Island and went off to fight in the Revolutionary War, and of course became part of the group that decided to write the Declaration, and also has a great signature. So if you happen to be near the Declaration of Independence, take a look. He's on the first column, I believe, towards the bottom. And this is a picture of my high school. Growing up, I was into just about everything that could get my energy leashed, because I really was a wild and rambunctious child. I played the saxophone. I took this saxophone with me to college and joined a jazz band with it. I played field hockey. I played softball, and of course I hit the books. And of course, by hitting the books, I ended up with this wonderful graduation cap, and I graduated high school. Went off to the College of Mount St. Vincent, which was an all-girls school up in Riverdale, New York. Just north of Long Island, and it's in the Bronx. Had a great 4 years there. Earned a bachelor's in English with a minor in education. From there, I went on to the University of Bridgeport, which is pictured right here. Bridgeport, of course, is in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and it's the birthplace of P.T. Barnum. For those of you who like trivia. In fact, around the school, somewhere along here is Barnum Park, named, obviously, for P.T. Barnum. I earned my Master's in Science in Education / Remedial Reading at University of Bridgeport, and then I went off to teach, because that's what I was raised to do. I knew at the age of 4 that that's what I wanted. I taught for 2 years and realized that a class of 25, 26, 27 children was not what I wanted, and I really wanted to enjoy the business world and get involved and change the world. So I went to the business world, and I sold paper. That's what my desk looked like most of the time. I sold printing, which is shown right here. And I really got involved in 4-color printing and really had a good time with this. And then I found my true love, which is hard to understand, wire and cable, which I have pictures of right here, and also electrical supplies. From here, I took this into owning my own business. And I sold wire and cable for about 20 years. And I moved the business down here to Florida with my cousin, and we became Action Wire and Cable and sold to Disney and SeaWorld, overseas to South America, to silver mines, people that had silver mines and needed special wire for that. We sold to Denmark when they were building the Lego factories. It was incredible until the Eurodollar collapsed and business here in the States collapsed, which was probably around the year 2000. And I decided that the business was not going to be my livelihood. for a long time, or as I thought, into my future. So I decided to come back to my first love, and I basically called it my second life, and that became teaching. Um, I thought I looked like this, but maybe not. I don't think I wore that bun. I knew that I did not want the little kids, so I decided that I was going to teach college. And I got my first job here in Orlando at the International Academy of Design and Technology. I was teaching communications, a literature course, and a composition course, and student success. I did that for a couple of years and became the department chair of the general education department. From there, I was offered a academic dean position at another college down here in Orlando, and I did the dean position for a few years. I realized that this is what was becoming of me. I felt like I had papers on my desk. My hair typically did look like this, right here, on a given day, and I did feel chained to my desk, and I knew what I was missing. I was missing the classroom. I started to teach online, and I realized that being a dean was just holding me back. It just wasn't me. So I decided that I was going to take this seriously, and I made a decision to get my doctorate in education, which I did at the University of Central Florida. And here's a picture of the reflection pond. That's me sitting right there. And the UCF Knights are now, I think, going to be joining one of the top football leagues. And I'm sorry, I don't remember which one, but I know it's one of the bigger ones. So they've basically, over a course of about 4 or 5 years with their latest coach, have increased in the type of competition. So that's a good thing. School at the latest count was 60,000 students, so it's a pretty cool school. It's also a Research One school, which goes to show how there's a lot of good things about it. And I did get my doctorate, and this is how I looked after I finished. It took me about 7 years, but not really. This is really how I looked. And these are 2 pictures of me on graduation day. Again, next to that reflection pond, which I absolutely love. And of course, it took me 7 years, but I managed to get it done. It wasn't the classes that got me, it was the dissertation. It was difficult writing a dissertation and also teaching and all my other responsibilities at the time. So, and when I'm not teaching, this is what I love to do. I love to play at my Italian greyhounds, Giovanni and Jojo. I love to read. I love to write, which I do on the side, and also I like to go beachcombing and love to pick up shells like this, and we have all of these down here in Florida. And most of all, I like to sit in this chair right here as the ocean comes up to my feet. And that's me in 9 slides. Welcome!